work. First of all, what is it like to buy a company for $44 billion and then people call you a Nazi on that same thing that you bought?
I did not see it coming. It's classic.
What's going on, you guys? Today we have the cornball Joe Rogan throwing away any and every ounce of self-respect that he may have had. He's out here with Elon Musk looking silly. I'm playing a little bit from Kyle Kulinski as well as giving my commentary. Let's watch.
You know what politically got me fired up?
What?
What's the video game Elon Musk says he plays? Did you hear he lied about that?
What?
I told you guys this was a big deal when it happened. Now, look, in the grand scheme of things, that doesn't matter nearly as much as the fact that the guy is destroying Social Security, firing or closing 50% of the Social Security Administration offices. And there's already been examples of people not getting their checks, and the wait times are through the roof, and they're getting rid of the phone line. And he destroyed the anti-scam police, the CFPB, and he fired flight safety officials as planes are falling out of the sky. And he fired our top nuclear safety people, and they cut Meals on Wheels. Like, all that stuff is more important, right? But I told you that with the bros, with the gamers and the bros and like the comedian fans, Elon brazenly lying about being one of the best video game players in the world for, what is it, Path of Exile or something like that. I said that this will land more with them because this is their world. This is what they know. And to have a guy say, I'm one of the best in the world, and then he streams himself playing and he's like a beginner level player. It's like, that's insulting to gamers who spend a lot of time getting really fucking good at these games. He didn't know the first fucking thing about how to play it. And like, if you're willing to lie about that, guys, you are willing to lie about anything. Like, anything.
He's like, he's not even that good at it. He was cheating. He had somebody else playing for him. He's video game lying.
That's
psychotic.
really weird, yeah.
That's fucking psychotic. That is psychotic. To be...
If that's true, I don't know the story.
Yeah.
If it's true that Elon Musk is video game lying,
Video game
that's
lying.
fucking weird.
Okay.
And the funniest thing is Elon bragged about the gaming score he's lying about on Rogan's podcast, and Joe, of course, was all impressed by it. That's how big of a cuck he is. You know, he doesn't care if Elon lies right to his face and makes him look like an idiot. As long as he keeps coming on, he's not going to say anything about it. It's honestly pathetic. Like, Rogan has no spine at this point, and I guarantee a lot of his comedy friends know this and make fun of him for it behind the scenes. Like, how could you not if you're a comedian? I mean, a lot of them make fun of Elon fanboys, and Joe's one of the biggest fanboys. Like Tom Segura just the other day on Two Bears, he had on Kyle Dunnigan, and they were reacting to his Elon impression, and then Tom started talking about how Elon desperately just wants to be liked and wants people to think he's funny and all this stuff. And then they also mentioned how he...
And if it wasn't for the fact that it was Elon Musk, you know, the guy who's completely tearing apart this system for his own financial gain, if it wasn't for the fact that it was Elon Musk, this would be a very sad story. You have this guy who just desperately wants to be with the in crowd. And, you know, what's crazy is that Joe Rogan, Tom Segura, all of these middle acts at best, that they're the in crowd. That what have we gotten to? What have we? None of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. We have Elon Musk is lying about video game scores so he could fit in with Tom Segura. Where have we gotten to? What is happening?
Tweets all day and always responds to haters. Like, somehow he has the time for that. And then Tom's like, yeah, and it's also crazy to me that he has so many super fans. Like, how are you a massive fan of that?
It's so fascinating that somebody who is, you can argue, objectively the most successful person on earth.
Yeah.
And you go, I guess they're bored of that. Because now it's just like, I want to be liked and also be told that I'm funny.
Yeah.
I want to be I don't want to just be like, what I have isn't enough. I want people to tell me I'm a genius, tell me I'm cool.
Yeah.
And know that I'm funny and cool. It's such a...
Really, and he has like an 8-year-old sense of humor, which is funny. It's like,
yeah.
Like his cars fart. Like that's what an 8-year-old would do.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes a thought sound. My car's flying around Uranus.
But it is a really interesting personality.
Yeah.
And he also, I always am fascinated by someone who has time for bullshit, like the pettiness, where you're like, you know, like if you send enough tweets about Jeff Bezos or something, like he's never going to respond to you. You know, Carlos Slim's never going to be like, oh, you're making fun of me. But it gets on Elon's radar where he and like he'll strike back at someone. I'm like, how are you not too busy?
Yeah, that's
because he's a liar, and even the whole thing about him being a business genius is fucking bullshit. He's taking $38 billion in U.S. taxpayer money. He gets $8 million a day in U.S. taxpayer money. He just has good PR and good marketing, or at least he did. Now he's ruining all of it. But the idea that he's a genius is fucking preposterous. Anybody who follows closely what he does knows very quickly this guy's actually a fucking idiot. He actually doesn't even know basic things.
What I don't understand is he tweets so much, if that was my only job was to tweet, I would be exhausted.
Yeah.
And then he's got 6 more multi-billion-dollar companies. And I almost don't believe that.
And the other weird thing is the amount of fanboys.
Yeah.
The amount of people.
At this point, you got to question how many of them are straight up bots, bro. And I bet Elon has burner accounts. I have no doubt he has fucking burner accounts. He's a pathetic little man. He really is. I'm sorry. It's just so hard for me to respect anybody who cares this much about what other people think of them. It's really, really hard for me to look at somebody like that and say, you're healthy, you're normal. Because it's not healthy. It's not normal. Like, for some...
He has at least 14 children. I don't care who you are. If you have at least 14 children, there's no reason why you should be online that much. There's no reason why you should be responding to trolls. You have a family that is relying on you that could use a father figure. That's crazy. You have time to respond to the bullcrap on X, on Twitter. I'm not even going to call it X. Screw that. You have a family, dude. You have multiple families.
Somebody to, like, he seemingly has nothing in his life that he cares enough about to actually invest himself in it in a way where it's all where it immerses him, right? And this is what Tom Segura is saying. It's like, how do you have time to respond to like haters on Twitter, right? How do you have time to think about like wanting other people to perceive you a certain way? Like, you're a fucking grown ass man. This is some like high school ass shit that you're trying to do.
Like their bio line is like, Elon's.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is who you're a super fan of?
Yep.
And obviously Tom isn't thinking of Rogan there, but Rogan is
He might be thinking of Rogan there.
one of the biggest Elon fanboys. And I mean, his job at this point is basically to make Elon seem funny and cool. And it's painful to watch. You know, it's so funny. When Joe's on comedians, he'll miss every joke they make, or he doesn't find anything funny. You know, he'll have to do his fake laugh. But then when Elon makes some stupid joke that he's probably already made 1,000 times on Twitter and Joe's probably already heard it, Joe still laughs like crazy. And actually, it's the funniest thing he's ever heard.
It's weird. First of all, what is it like to buy a company for $44 billion and then people call you a Nazi on that same thing that you bought?
I did not see it coming. It's classic.
So I blame Joe for Elon believing he's funny. Like, Joe is probably one of the only comedians that believes that. And I don't think it's a coincidence that he's also one of the worst comedians. But unfortunately, he's one of the most influential, even though at least he's not influential enough to prevent comedians from roasting Elon. I mean, some might hold back a little bit, but Tim obviously goes pretty hard, and he's been goofing on him for years. And also Shane Gillis, he's been making fun of Elon for a while now too. Like, recently somebody put together a compilation of Shane talking about Elon, and I think these clips are from around 2019.
Didn't have him. You probably.
No, no one's thinking probably had him.
Who did have him?
Yo, Elon Musk.
O'Connie's is what I was going to say. But
Yeah, Elon Musk was in South Africa. Yeah, I was thinking about that today. I'm like, Elon Musk probably had
Elon Musk was in South Africa.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, he had him.
He's like a billionaire South African.
Oh, that's some blood diamonds down there.
Yeah.
That's why he's working so hard to build robots. He's like, well, we can't have slaves anymore. I better get some fucking robots. My family's gonna have to work.
All the AI is just shaped like black dudes.
Yeah.
He's like, what? This is the
He's like,
prototype.
I just programmed its voice. It's like, yes, I'm so. He's like, that's something we're working on. That's how robots talk. Sorry.
I was watching.
He might be retarded. I think he might be tricking everybody and pretending to be an evil genius.
He is, dude. He's a fucking. Just his new idea for. I mean,
It's cool to come up with these ideas. Anybody can say this. Be like, I have a battery that's worth 1,000,000 miles.
Dude, Musk
like,
doesn't.
let's see.
Musk doesn't play, dude. The Tesla is the
That
best.
literally, like what he's saying literally happened. That I think it was in 2017. He did this like Tesla sports car or something and overpromised massively about what it can do. And experts came out and said, in order to get the numbers he's saying, the battery would need to be bigger than the car itself, right? And he was like, he started to sell it before it was even made, and it was just vaporware. It never fucking came to fruition. There's a guy who said like 13 years ago or something, we're going to be on Mars in 10 years. I'll get us to Mars in 10 years. He's just a fucking liar. He's a liar and a con man.
I'm from Missouri, dude. You got to show me first.
You're the show me
I'm
state?
the fucking show me state. Teslas are for douches right now.
It's about to be
This is
everyone's
all the beta for the Tesla.
So there we have it, you guys. We have Joe Rogan, a lame in relation to Elon Musk. Joe Rogan was already tottering the line of like, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? Like, you know, whether or not you agree with what he said regarding, you know, who he platforms politically, that has nothing to do with more or less who he, you know, what his personality is like, where his, you know, you can meet cool people regardless of how ill-informed they are. But Joe Rogan is now reaching the point to where he is not even like grounded or whatever it is. He's just not, he's not even a cool person anymore. That's a very sad thing to say, but he not in relation because of his association to Elon Musk. It is laming him, making him a freaking just like spineless excuse for an X-Fear Factor host, man. You know, come on, do better, Joe Rogan. But y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's another day in the progressive way.